It doesn't mean that we rejoice in the evil, and I'm sure she knows that. It doesn't mean that we like suffering, although we rejoice even in suffering. And I think the basic explanation of that is that we rejoice in all circumstances because we have a reason to rejoice, and that reason is our Lord Jesus Christ. I think going back to the upper room, John 15, verse 11, Jesus says, I've said these things to you so that my joy might be in you and your joy might be full. So where does our joy come from? Our joy comes from Jesus himself and how he teaches us to view life through his word. Give another example. Paul speaks in Romans 5 about rejoicing because we are justified by faith, we have peace with God, and we rejoice in the hope of the glory of God. And we can understand that. But the next thing he says is, and we also rejoice in our suffering. Why? And he goes on to explain, because of what God does in his people through suffering. His friction on our lives polishes our graces. And when we see that there is purpose, I think there can also be joy. What destroys joy in people's lives is when they cannot see any purpose in suffering. The human heart longs to see that there is some purpose in the suffering we go through. And the scriptures give us a whole variety of reasons, actually, why that is the case, that enable us to rejoice, not despite the fact that we are suffering, certainly not to rejoice because we like pain, but to rejoice because we know that God is working his purposes out in our lives.
Each week we release new questions and other trusted teachings, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.